welcome into the ANS Media pregame show. I'm your host, Sam Ferenchick, here with Tre Demarco and Charlie Novick. So today, your Harriton Rams are facing off against the Penn Lions, who are 5-4. Your Harriton Rams are 0-9 so far this season, looking to finally get a win in their last game of the season. So Tre, obviously, he's a player on the Harriton football team. You got injured. Now you're here joining us, talking about the Harriton team. So we just want to go over, starting off, about the Harriton offense. So we've seen the defense stepped up big last game and held the other team to only 27 points, which may not look really good, but it was a good showing for the Harriton defense. What would you say was the message in the last week to the offense from the coach?
I mean, throughout this season, we've seen the offense, they haven't scored over 10 points in any game, but there's situations with, like, injuries, there's younger guys stepping into new positions. It's a bunch of things that we just have to think about, and, I mean, QB1 Spiros Esposito is really a step up. Yeah, and he's losing a bunch of his key weapons after this game. This is the last game for a lot of seniors. This is senior night, last game of the season. We're going to lose someone like Colin Sullivan, who makes all these amazing catches and almost bails Spiros out sometimes when he may overthrow it, and Colin Sullivan always comes down with it. So do you think that Colin Sullivan will have a breakout game, a huge game, tons of yards, because it's his last game? I mean, there's Colin Sullivan, he's going to lose him next year, but there's also Marcus Bates. Now, I think he is going to have a great night tonight, and against Conestoga, he put up 190 all-purpose yards.
Looking at the other team, Sam, what do you think about the Penn Crest offense?
They're a high-powered offense. They're able to put up scores like Springfield, which we saw, which is a 9-1 team right now. They're able to go head-and-head against a team like Springfield and be very successful. In the Springfield game where they played them a couple weeks ago, they scored 35 points, lost 36-35 on a failed two-point attempt at the end of the game, but it was still an incredibly played game from them. Their offense is high-powered. Their quarterback is able to sling it. He's able to throw it. He's able to get it down his field, and they will run the ball instead of going to your receivers. If you're locking them up, they're going to run the ball. They're going to force you to play every single person on the field because they all have talent. But they're 3-4 right now in their conference. They're 4-4 in overall. And honestly, they've had some games where they've had down games where they don't look as good, they don't play as well, their defense doesn't play as well, and I think if they have one of those games, Harriton can put up some points and do some damage maybe. So now looking over to the defense, Tre, what do you want to see from the defense tonight? Because obviously they've shown tremendous improvement from the start of the season. They've dealt with some injuries. What are you hoping to see from them tonight?
Tonight's senior night, right? We're going to be looking at guys like Moose and Dennis and Colin Sullivan, who have really been just key pieces of this team and captains of this team. Moose and Dennis, I know, is waiting to get on the field and just make big plays. We're looking for sacks, tackle for losses, and interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, this is his final game. It's senior night, as we mentioned before. It's his final game. He's going to go out there. I expect at least 2 block kicks. He's blocked so many this season. Multiple tackles for losses, multiple sacks. He's the heart of this defense, and there's no denying that. He is this heart.
Scene 3, take 1. Mark.
I'm also predicting Marcus Bates or Ben Krebs having an interception tonight.
Yeah, again, it's also Marcus Bates' last game of his season. He's the wide receiver 2. He's also a good cornerback on this team. He had a really solid season. He had that good game on offense. We're looking for him to finally find that shine on defense, possibly in his last game, get a few interceptions, make some turnovers for this Rams defense. Okay, so looking towards Penn Crest defense, this is a good defense, and they have some really solid players. I know one of their linebackers really good. They have a really good D lineman. He's also their O lineman. He was the Delco Player of the Year last year. But what can Harriton offense do that you've seen in game film that you watched this week to hit him where it hurts and really expose this defense and finally put up a good amount of points?
This game, I really think the Harriton offense is going to have to shoot for deep balls, hopefully to Marcus Bates or Colin Sullivan down the field.
He had that huge one in the other game.
Right. And we've seen, we see this Penn Crest defense let up a lot of points, and we've seen this Harriton defense also let up many points in the past. So maybe tonight we're looking at a shootout. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, Penn Crest is still, don't get me wrong, they're a really good team. They're ranked 130th in the state. We're ranked 459th. So it's going to be a tough matchup. There's no doubt about that. And I just want to move into a little bit about the seniors who are leaving. If you don't know, tonight is senior night. That means we'll start our broadcast a little bit early. That's where you're joining us now at 6:20 p.m. instead of our usual time, 6:45. But the seniors leaving. So the big one, Moose and Dennis, Colin Sullivan, Marcus Bates. Those are probably the 3 biggest ones. Are there anyone else you think is going to have a huge impact leaving?
I mean, I definitely keep my eye out tonight for number 6, Zach Frieden. He's going to be playing quarterback and wide receiver. He's had a really big spot on the team throughout these past 2 years. I mean, my eyes are on him.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you forget about him in this offense, but then he comes up with a big play. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, he's here. It's almost like a wide receiver 3, like a Jahan Dotson type of guy, or Devontae Smith.
And in this offense, we've seen past injuries. Number 3, Tre Demarco. We see Spencer Havey go out number 10. So I mean, it's really just opened up room for him to get active.
Yeah. Anything about senior Charlie?
You know, also expecting Jackson Fisher to have a good night tonight. Anything
Right.
about Tre?
And about him, we see senior Nico Rame go down earlier in the season, unfortunately. Let's hope that Jackson Fisher can really step into this role better and get the snaps on accurate tonight.
But there have been issues with fumbling snaps where the snap goes too high. You see a lot. Spiros is really able to stick his arm up and bring him down, but sometimes they're just way too high snaps. So if he can get them under control, do you see him at practice trying to make improvements on that?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
All practice they're working on that. When they're moving active reps, they're snapping the ball every time. Spiros never starts with it.
Yeah, again, there have been injuries to this defense. You just talked about Nico Rame. He's a great player. He's going to leave. He got a leg injury earlier this year. He had to leave the game early. Do you guys have anything to say on how he impacts his team?
I mean, there's so much to say. He really has been, throughout these past 4 years, starting almost all 4. I mean, he's been a huge piece. Coach even said, I mean, without him, he didn't know where this team would be, and now look where we are.
And he was on the lacrosse team last year. I remember watching him from the sidelines. He was phenomenal. He would go out there, and him and his brother would just go right in and hit someone.
Absolutely.
He's not afraid to hit someone.
He isn't.
He's a great tackler.
Yes.
Right, and that's what makes him so good on the line.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
He might not be the biggest there, but he's definitely going to bring the effort.
It's a hard person to miss.
You know, can we also talk about Muse and Dennis?
I mean, absolutely. How can we not?
Yeah, he's really the heart of our defense, and he's really teaching the underclassmen how to play some great defense.
Right. I mean, in practice,
He's a mentor.
he really is. Been playing
really
since Pee Wee football, middle school, and into high school now.
And
where we
hopefully
see
maybe
his
into
senior
college.
Looking for college, yeah. And
Hopefully.
it's his last game, you know. Players, I feel like, tend to play so well in their last games. You know,
They
do.
He's going to leave it all to the field.
I saw a lot freshman year from Krebs, Ben Krebs' older brother, Matt Krebs, who now plays D1 at Marist. You see all these players, Logan Rothberg a couple years ago, they both had great exit games, you know, really cementing their legacy in the Harriton football program.
Right.
Moose and Dennis is going to be a player we all miss. So I just want to move into A&S Media's keys of the game. So what do you guys think would be one thing from the offense, one thing from the defense that you think will be a key to winning this game?
Yeah, so I really think Colin Sullivan tonight. I think a key to this game will be Colin Sullivan getting receptions and working it down the field. And I really think that would be a big thing tonight.
And not only receptions, we're looking for receptions early on, right?
Mhm.
And get him started. Get him started.
Fourth quarter, we're down by 30. What's a 15-yard reception going to do to the scoreboard?
Nothing.
But if we can start off early in the game and march the ball down the field, maybe get on the scoreboard first, that's where we want to be.
I would say one of the keys to the offensive side is getting Marcus Bates involved. Teams look at film, they see Colin Sullivan making great plays, they see a lot of Spencer Havey now making some good plays, Finn McLeod making some good plays. But I think Marcus Bates is a real sleeper in this game that teams might not put their best cornerbacks on. Maybe have a safety guarding, maybe have a linebacker drop into coverage. It really depends, and I think Marcus Bates could have an awesome game like he did against Conestoga. What would you say the big offensive key to this game is?
Like I said, move the ball early, and you said Marcus Bates. Let's see him throughout the entire game. Let's get consistent targets up. And when you mentioned Jackson Fisher, we need snaps on target, and we need throws on target too.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
I mean, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I would say it's hard not to say Moose and Dennis. He's the best player on this team. But I'm looking for something from Ben Krebs tonight. He had an interception last game. It was a really nice interception off that Upper Darby quarterback, who may have not been the best, but he was still a really solid passer. He put up a lot of points this season. I'm hoping for something big from Ben Krebs. I know he's only a junior. He has another year to go, but I think he could be a key player for this defense.
You mentioned last game, I mean, before his pick in the third quarter, how about in the second quarter when the ball was right in his hands, but he happened to drop it? He was there. It's just, if he gets his hands around the ball, that's 2 picks that night.
I mean, I think that's 9 out of 10 times he makes it. You see someone like Quinion Mitchell on the Eagles who has all these interceptions, can't catch them, but it's all right. I think he'll get to his first one soon, and I hope Krebs turns out to have a great game.
It's a great analogy.
Anyone on defense for you?
I really think Jonah Lockwood, after his interception last week,
Pick 6.
Not only interception,
pick 6.
took you to the touchdown.
Yeah, and he had tackles for losses, sacks. He's a great player.
Yeah, I really think he's going to show out tonight, especially in their last game tonight.
To General Lockwood, he's a great player. He had that pick 6 you just mentioned. I think next year he's going to finally have a huge breakout season. You see his commitment to the football team. He's always practicing on and off the field every day, no matter if there's practice scheduled or not. He's always putting in that extra work. He's so committed to this football team. You love to see that from an 11th grader like himself. Hopefully he's put up some big stats to the game.
Absolutely.
Now, this season has been rough injury-wise. So is there anything you'd like to mention
I mean,
as an injured player?
Right, myself injured week 3. That's very early on. I mean, we see Jack Gehlhaus barely make it through week 1 and then going out for the season. So and he's a captain on this team. So we see a captain go out week 1. We see a wide receiver and outside linebacker go out week 3. And we see Nico Rame, the lineman, go out week 5. So all relatively early injuries really don't set this team up for.
And how much of that is because we're in the Central League now? Like, we went and we played independent for 2 years. We won some games. We had a 5-5 record last year. Looked pretty good. Came out this year. Got a lot of injuries. Is it because the Central League plays so much tougher?
I mean, I really think now they're playing a harder division.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're playing against more competitive players.
Bigger guys,
exactly.
Those Upper Darby guys, huge.
Exactly. I mean, you see these bigger teams, there's bound to be more talent.
They may not be the most skilled team, but
we see these bigger teams. We see these bigger guys, and when you get tackled when you get fallen on top of by one of them, I mean.
But can you really toss up an 0-9 season to playing in the Central League and all these injuries, or is it something that other teams are doing that the Rams aren't?
I mean, I think the Central League is definitely the main factor. I mean, being honest, playing these teams, but I mean, what was the question?
Okay, wait, no, we'll restart. Okay.
No, obviously we
Talk about coaching and say Mello's gone.
No, that doesn't lead me into coaching at all.
I'll lead you in.
0-9, that doesn't.
I'll lead you in.
Okay.
But can you really blame an 0-9 season on just playing in the Central League and being back in the Central League? Because this has been going on for about 2 decades now, where the Harriton Rams lose games, they get a new coach, and it's not working. What do you think the new coach is doing differently to improve for next year?
All right, well, let me answer your first question first. So we see last year we're independent. We go 5-5.
It was
you move us into the Central League against teams like Penn, Crest, Springfield, Delco, and Haverford, where we go 0-9. I mean, there it is. I mean, there's your answer. I think the Central League really does have a big part in it. But you mentioned coach, and we saw for this past decade under Coach Meller, I mean, barely any bright spots, other than maybe the last seasons we were independent and we didn't do much. But Detillo really has taken this program from really nothing in the offseason to so much. I mean, it's night and day. We were lifting in the offseason. I mean, before I came into this season, I didn't know I was going to play because just the time commitment, taking away from my summer, taking away from, I mean, and in the future it's going to be spring and winter. But, I'm ready to do it for this coach.
Yeah, I mean, so Coach Detillo used to coach at LM. What do you think he brings over from LM, one of our rivals, which is the main reason we're not playing them this year, that will help this Harriton team out?
I mean, it's really just experience, grit. Yeah. I mean, he played D1 football at Stony Brook. Yeah. So, really just a new look at head coach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this. But let's go on. We don't have that much time left. Let's go into our game predictions. Trey, if you want to start us off.
I mean, I'm very optimistic in the future of this football team under Coach Detillo. And he did so much work this year, right? But, I mean, we just can't get over this Penn Crest team. I mean, bigger team, maybe stronger too. I mean, I think Spiros might have a great game. Marcus Bates, Moose and Dennis, Colin Sullivan, right? That just might not be enough tonight. My prediction, I'm going 32-16.
Yeah, I mean, if you cross-reference stats here, let's look at the stats. They almost beat Springfield by 1 point they lost by. We lost to Springfield by multiple touchdowns, multiple possessions. I hope the Harriton defense puts up points. I know we're going to see big outings from some of these seniors. I would say I'm going to go 28-14. No, I'm going to say they make both 2-point conversions. 28-16. Rams are going to lose, but it's going to be a great game. They're going to put up a great fighting effort. Charlie?
Yeah, I really think they're going to win tonight.
Wow.
I mean, senior night. These seniors are really going to...
That's a great point.
Yeah, the seniors are really going to show out tonight. Yeah. I'm going with 19-16 Rams.
That's all we have time for on the ANS Media pregame show. Once again, I'm Sam Ferenchick, here with Charlie Novick and Tre Demarco. We will now get you to the game. But first, the senior ceremony.
Welcome back to the beautiful fall night here in Rosemont, PA. Today we have a great matchup. Harriton Rams versus Pregame Lions. I think it's going to be a great game.
Hopefully it will be. You know, we're still looking for our first victory here tonight on senior night. It is the last game of the season. However, you know, the Rams are looking strong. Still got those injuries, but, you know, hopefully we're coming back.
I mean, yeah, this whole season we've just been stricken with injuries. It's been awful.
Definitely a recovery year here for the Rams.
I mean, especially in the beginning of the season, we had so many injuries in the first couple games.
Absolutely.
And just so many season-ending injuries. It's just, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, you know, you got some stellar players that, you know, have been taken out just because they're played so much. We don't have that much of a reserve here at Harriton with football players. So all the main stars that are playing are getting played all over the place. You know, offense, defense, you know, everybody can play a different position, and that's just how it is here with Harriton.
I mean, yeah, especially when you look at these teams on the sideline. The Harriton team just has so many less players on the sideline than whoever we play.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it's every week we lose more and more players, and
definitely
it's not a good thing that you want to see.
Yeah, you know, but of course we still have some strong players here. You know, you want to go through a couple of them?
Well, because it's senior night, why not? There's Moose and Dennis.
Yep.
Amazing contributor on the field, probably one of the best out there.
Absolutely star player here for
I
the
mean,
Rams.
he plays both ways, right, Thomas?
He does. Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Does he play wide receiver, I believe?
I believe so. I'd have to check over my notes on what he's playing today. But, you know, he's just a star player. He had his family coming out here supporting him. And, you know, there's just so many people here. I mean, the students are coming in here a little bit now. And, you know, senior night, big night for the seniors here. And hopefully we can come off with a W.
I couldn't agree more, Thomas. I also want to point out this Harriton student section, we currently don't have the best record right now.
Yep.
But this student section, they still come out every week, and they still show up. And that's what you want to see from school spirit and from the team.
Absolutely. You know, it's not even about the team. It's just about the spirit of the high school, you know. People getting out there and just having some fun. So, you know, maybe at the end of the day, it's not all about the record, but just about the people that you make, the friends that you make. And, you know, again, overall, hopefully the Rams can catch a W.
Yep, they just came out now.
All right, we're looking good. The sun is down. The lights are on. Band is playing. And we are ready for a Rams football game.
I believe Penn actually just recently changed their walkout song.
Did they?
From NFL on Fox to Land of a Thousand Dances, and I believe that they switched it back.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's all right.
The buzzer is going off, and the Rams are ready.
I mean, it's a perfect temperature out here, Thomas. It's a beautiful night.
Perfect. As the captains here are walking out to the field, you know, some people that you might be seeing on your screen, just on the left here, you got number 18, Colin Sullivan, who is a second-team linebacker.
In the middle, number 5, Moose and Dennis,
who is also graduating as a senior, along with number 18, Colin Sullivan. And then number 12, you got the starting QB here for the Rams, Spiros Esposito, who is a junior. You know, I'm sure you have a couple of classes with him.
I do, yes.
You know, he is just an amazing player. He's been able to, you know, come into this leadership role as a QB, as a junior. And, you know, he's just been able to pull off a couple of amazing plays here for the Rams.
Yeah.
You know, do you doubt that he can, you know, do it tonight? Do you think it's the end of the season, you know, you think he's given up, or do you think he's still giving it his all?
I mean, I think that every person on this team is giving it their all every time they get out there.
Yep.
And I think that that's what I admire about this Harriton team. But Spiros in specific, he's been putting in the work on and off the field. I've said this before. I'll say it again. He is determined to get better and make this team better.
Absolutely. You know, definitely rebuilding here for the Rams. However, Spiros has been able to help the Rams have some amazing plays here and amazing touchdowns.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students, we would like to welcome you to Harriton High School.
Keep it
The Central League and Harriton High School promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators.
Good.
We request that everyone present demonstrate support.
All right, as the national anthem concedes here, Rams are ready. You know, let's talk about a couple of the star players here, Isaac. So, of course, we were talking about our seniors here at senior night. However, the seniors have stepped up this year, absolutely. You know, you got people like the captain, Colin Sullivan, second team linebacker, and he was all Central League, I believe, as a freshman. Absolutely outstanding player. Do you have any more statistics on him, Isaac?
I don't have any statistics, but I do know that he is a big size on this team.
Absolutely.
He's a big size presence when he gets out there,
One of
and
the bigger
he's super
players.
important to this team.
One of the bigger players on the team, as we're getting ready here to kick the ball off. All right, we got number 30 here on special teams who will be kicking it away. Over to you, Isaac.
And the kick is up. It's an onside kick. Doesn't quite get the distance it needs.
You know, let's just talk about the onside kick here, Isaac. So, you know, last game that we commentated, which I believe was last week, we tried a couple onside kicks, and I believe we had a 50% success rate on those onside kicks. It was super solid. You know, it was working. And, you know, we were talking about how you got to use these special plays, you know. You can't just do a simple runoff, a run to the running back and just expect to gain some yardage, you know. We just don't have the size on the team to do that. The O-line will just collapse too quickly, and the D-line will just overpressure the running back.
And the snap, handoff to number 3 to the outside, and he's brought down with about a 5-yard gain.
Solid takedown there by Finn McLeod.
Albert Dada with the carry, tackled by Harriton. Pickup of 5.
Again with the pickup of 5. Tackled down by Finn McLeod, who is a freshman and an absolutely great addition here to the Rams. You know, we keep talking about his name, Isaac. Finn McLeod. You know, he's just all over the place. He's not worried to, you know, get his hands dirty and make a couple good tackles.
Yeah, Thomas, I believe that he is a freshman.
Yes, he is. We were just talking about that before.
And even though being a freshman, he still made some great plays.
Absolutely.
He's been a big contributor to his team, and I think he has a bright future in this Harriton program.
On that play, it will be, I believe, a gain of 1. However, 3rd down. And, you know, Isaac, we were talking about, you know, 3rd down. These are big times for the Rams. You know, this has to be stopped. This has to be stopped. However, it's just far too often that the Rams are, you know, conceding these 3rd down, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, just because of their confidence.
And the snap, QB sneak. And he's go out to the outside, to the 20, the 10, and he's brought down around the 5-yard line.
Solid run there by the QB.
Paul Graham with the carry. Tackled again by
Matai Mystery, the 10th grader. Solid size and plays a big role for the Rams. You know, number 77, he's been playing pretty solid overall this year. You know, again, just being a sophomore in high school, you know, it's hard to step into those shoes that need to be filled about making those big tackles on the defense. However, I believe that he's done a great job doing that so far this season. Back to you.
And the snap, handoff to number 3, who gets in for the touchdown.
Solid run there. You know, we were just talking about his size. His size and Harriton's size is just not big enough for people like Penn Crest to just have those running back and those handoffs for it to be successful in a Ram stop. You know, Penn Crest will just keep plowing down the defensive line as they line up for the 1-point conversion.
And the kick is good.
The kick is good.
All right, and as we are switching here, Isaac, how do you think the Rams offense is going to be playing this game?
I think that they're going to do good in this game. You know, it's their last game. They're going to have some confidence going out here. I mean, it's really a nothing-to-lose scenario here. You leave everything you have on this field today.
Absolutely. And as Penn Crest is starting to kick it off here, we got I believe it's number 4, who should be returning the kick here.
Number 4 and number 1, yes.
You know, number 1, Marcus Bates, the 12th grader. He's been an amazing kick returner. We talk about him every single kick return. I mean, he's just so consistent, and boy, is he fast. He's a quick one, as number 10 for Penn Crest here kicks it off.
And the kick is up. And it's out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Super solid kick there by Penn Crest, as they take an early lead, 7-0.
First down, Rams.
The ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. As you see there, number 12, Spiros Esposito, at the 15-yard line, getting ready for the Rams' first offensive drive of the game. 9:49 on the clock here.
And the snap to Spiros. To the outside, Marcus Bates. Takes it out to the outside and gets about 3 yards on that.
Solid there by Marcus Bates, who let the kick go over his head. You know, he's had to go and step into this unexpected leadership role as a 12th grader, but you know, he's been super consistent and super solid. He had 180 yards against Conestoga, I believe, and you know, and a touchdown, I believe. So super solid there by Marcus Bates. Back to you, Isaac.
And the snap, Marcus Bates in motion, handoff. A fake handoff, and Spiros is sacked.
O-line just instantly collapsed there for the Rams. You know, Spiros was just read like a book there.
Is sacked by Orion Cola. Third down, Rams.
Sorry if there's any extra noise in the live stream. The Pencrest band is very loud right next to us.
Rams going down here early. However, hopefully in this senior night, they can keep up that momentum.
And the snap to Spiros. A throw across to Jonah Lockwood, who sadly drops it.
He had an absolutely enormous pick six against Upper Darby last week, which was the third pick of the season for the Rams, I believe. And, you know, he's been a star player. You know, you can't miss him in the hallways. He's got a shaved head. But, boy, is he good at football as the kick is up.
And the kick. They get a good bounce on it. Gets into Pencrest territory.
A good bounce there for the Rams.
They down it around the Pencrest 44.
Harriton's punt is down at the Pencrest 44. First down, Pencrest.
Not the drive that you want to start here with Isaac. But, you know, hopefully the Rams can bounce back. You know, they've been struggling all season with these quick 7-0, you know, just deficits, and they're not able to climb back from it. You know, with just 8 minutes in the first quarter, it's already 7-0. I mean, what do you expect out of the Rams here?
I mean, you can't go down in the first quarter on the first drive. That just sets you up for a momentum loss. And now Pencrest has the momentum going into this drive.
Absolutely. Kicking it away is not something that you want to see after a kick
And
flies
the
over
snap,
your head.
QB keeps it. Brought down with about a 5-yard gain.
Paul Graham with the carry. Taken down by Sam.
Harriton student section showing out here a little bit. Seniors are supposed to be wearing black. However, I think the Pencrest band might be larger than our student section. So, you know, seniors were supposed to wear black. But, I mean, you just don't see it.
And a run up the middle. Brought down before the first down.
Looks like it'll be 3rd and inches.
Tackled by Finn McLeod and Moosin Dennis.
I mean, hearing Finn McLeod's name so often as a 9th grader is, you know, I mean, he's just this bright spot and a great addition to the Rams. Don't you agree?
I couldn't agree more. He's done so much for this Rams team, stepping it up as a freshman. I mean, just being a freshman going into high school is scary. Being a freshman going into high school and having to show out for your varsity team it just adds a whole nother level to it.
Absolutely.
And the snap. It's a run to the outside. Brought down by Moosin Demis.
And I think that's just a show of size. I mean, number 22 on the defense was just instantly taken down by the Lions.
By Finn McLeod. But that's enough for a Pencrest first down.
I mean, Isaac, what do you think the Rams' plan is moving forward? I mean, it's clearly a rebuilding year, but, you know, we always talk about momentum. But if you were to think overall, this momentum has to carry over into next year. How do you think they're going to bounce back from?
I mean, I think coming into next year, over the summer in their summer camps, they're going to have to work hard and put the work in the offseason to be better.
Absolutely.
And it's a throw to number 19, and it's caught, and he's barred out of bounds by Matt Krebs.
Paul Graham's pass complete to
Ben Krebs.
Pushed out of bounds by Ben Krebs. First down, Pencrest.
Ben Krebs, the junior, you know, you're always hearing his name a lot. Definitely one of the silent assassins here for the Rams. You know, he's not afraid to get a couple good tackles here. However, you know, with his size, it's just so hard to try to overpower these Lions on Pencrest.
And Pencrest lines up. 2 wide receivers. And one goes in motion. The snap. The QB's going to keep it, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
That's one of the more solid.
With the carry.
That's one of the more solid tackles that we've seen today. You know, hopefully that's good things looking forward for the Rams.
I mean, that was just a beautiful tackle by Ryan Block. Picture perfect.
Absolutely.
It was to the textbook right there.
You
I
know,
mean, he grabbed him by around the hips and brought him down. I mean, that's what you want to see from your lineman.
absolutely. Ryan Block, I believe. I mean, I just always see him in the weight room. I always see him lifting. He's super determined, super hardworking guy, and you know, hopefully.
And the snap, handoff to the side, brought down quickly by number 7.
Number 7, absolute beast, Finn McLeod.
Win with the carry. Taken down.
I mean, again, we're hearing Finn McLeod's name. I mean, it's just great to see that.
Absolutely, Isaac. Absolutely. Hopefully, that's something that we can look forward to in the future years here at Harriton football. Is these show-out stars like Finn McLeod, who are just entering their freshman year. I mean, if you were to just see him his junior and senior year down the line, I mean, it's just crazy what Finn McLeod can be, and hopefully will be for the Rams.
And the snap. QB rolls out to the right, and he's going to keep it. He gets pushed out of bounds with around a 7-yard gain.
Out of bounds by Finn McLeod.
I mean, again, we're hearing Finn McLeod. He's just stepping it up by so many levels.
4th down here, Penn Crest. Got, I believe it's 4 yards to go here for the Lions. Again, we were talking about this. We cannot let them convert. This cannot be a touchdown. You know, a field goal would be great. This is best outcome is either a pick or a field goal, you know, because once they get past the first down line, they're basically in for the touchdown.
And he goes out to the outside. He's brought down with around a gain of 2.
That looks like it will be enough for a Penn Crest first down.
Lucien, Dennis, and Ryan Zhang.
And it will be.
Turnover on downs.
Oh,
It's
I'm
getting
sorry.
a little cold up here, Thomas.
Absolutely it is, as
Oh, they held them on the 4th down.
I'm not sure. There
First
seems
down,
to be
Crest.
Some confusion. It was a first down for Penncrest.
it was some major confusion there from the referees, as one of the PA announcers, Mr. Scullin, also our U.S. history teacher, said that it was a turnover on downs. However, it was not. And again,
Penncrest is in for a touchdown.
I wonder if they're going to go for 2 here, Isaac. I mean,
Thomas, do you know that the announcer that's here is actually our U.S. history teacher?
I just said that, but, you know, it's all good.
Sorry.
Active listening is non-existent.
I wasn't listening.
And Penncrest here lining up. Was that the Ohio song, I believe?
I believe it was, yes.
As Nittany Lion fans, we cannot accept that. We might have to kick them
And
out.
the
That
kick
is
is up.
unsportsmanlike.
And it's good.
Absolutely enormous leg on the kicker. I mean, that cleared by miles. That might as well just be in the parking lot by now.
I mean, Thomas, we saw him during warm-ups. He was kicking consistently from 40 to 50 yards.
Absolutely. He has an absolute boot. But, you know, what really matters is the accuracy, because Penncrest is not going to be leaving themselves with too many 30, 40-yard field goals, I'm not going to lie. However, if the Rams are able to stop them on these 3rd and 4th downs, maybe they'll have to.
I mean, you can see the Harriton student section starting to fill up.
On your screen now, number 25, Marshall, who is a junior.
Thomas, did you know that he plays the guitar?
I did not know that.
I play the guitar.
Isaac, also a guitarist, seems to know your stuff.
And the kick is up. Strong kick into the end zone, and it goes out the back.
I mean, the leg on that guy. Are you kidding me, Isaac?
I mean, it's crazy.
That's
it's
a full
insane.
60-degree wedge here for me. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
60 degree. That's a driver for me.
First and 10, Harriton.
You know,
From the 20-yard line.
maybe with rollout, Isaac. Maybe with rollout. However, that was an absolute boot. Let's just get back to football here and not golf. I mean, that was huge. And if he's able to do that, you know, it will be leaving the Rams with some hard positions as the ball is marked down on the 20-yard line.
And the snap, handoff to Jonah Lockwood, who tries to go up the middle, but he is shut down quickly.
Jonah Lockwood with the carry. Taken down by Colby Hoyle. Second down, Rams.
Second down here for the Rams. First and 10. Isaac, what are you looking to see this drive?
I mean, I'm looking to see a penalty on Penn Crest.
Hopefully.
Looks like an offsides there. Jumped the gun.
Flag on the play. Offsides, Penn Crest.
I mean, with all these injuries, you can see most of the line is playing both ways, and for big guys like that, that can be difficult.
Definitely. Absolutely, it can be, Isaac. You know, it's just so strenuous. I mean, there's a point. You know, we might have to get one of our statistics people in here, Sam Ferenchick.
And throw to Colin Sullivan for the first down. Needs to be taken down by 4 people to go down.
Esposito's pass is complete to Colin Sullivan.
I mean, when you're playing players just so often, you've got to expect that there's going to be some injuries. And, you know, in the pregame show, we were talking about Colin Sullivan trying to get started early here. As a senior, maybe he has a little bit of that fire
Throw
in him.
outside to Jonah Lockwood. Breaks 1 tackle and gets back to around the line of scrimmage.
You know, you don't see too many negative yard throws here, but for Spiros in the offense, you know, you just see it. You see it really often. You see these throws that require people like Jonah Lockwood to block just multiple tackles. You know, when they make those good positive yard completions, it leads to first downs and good results for the Rams.
And they look back to the coach for a play call. Looks like they're going to call an audible. And the snap to Spiros. Throw to Colin Sullivan is just a little outside.
Pass intended for Colin Sullivan, incomplete. That'll bring on third down, Harriton.
And with third down coming up, you can't get yourself into these third and long spots. It's just not where you want to be.
Absolutely, Isaac. The 3rd and 11 here for the Rams. Hopefully they can throw one pretty deep here to Marcus Bates, who got in a little bit physical with the last game. Don't you remember?
Yes,
number 1
I do.
versus
number one versus number 1. That was a great
ISO.
matchup.
But hopefully he's resolved that, and hopefully he's got that fire in him to come make a nice first down.
Throw to, Colin Sullivan just looks back a little too late.
Incomplete pass.
I mean, Thomas, when you look at when they line up, number 1 has a one-on-one matchup alone on that side.
Yeah.
You would think that they would try and capitalize on that, maybe with an outside route.
Absolutely. You know, I was just thinking they got to pull out one of these special plays like they did before. You know, last game they pulled out this little flea flicker that they would do, and it worked out really well for the Rams. However, they haven't pulled it out this game. It's got to be one of the plays with the most amount of yardages.
And the kick is up. And they get a really good roll on it. It's going to get around to the Penn Crest 33.
Harriton's punt is down at the Penn Crest 33. That'll be first down, Penn Crest. Pass intended for Kyle Cunningham. Incomplete. Second down, Pencrest.
All right, Isaac, back to the play-by-play here. I mean, there's just not too much to talk about here for the Rams.
I mean, not really. There's been a lot of downtime this game.
Absolutely, there has been.
And it's a run up the middle. Good tackle, but it's still a gain of around 8.
Pretty uneventful game here for the Rams. 14-0 as the clock is ticking down here in the first quarter with just about 30 seconds left to play.
Third down, Pencrest.
I mean, it's just got to be so hard here for the Rams to just think that they're going to come out and win this game. I mean, what do you think that they're thinking in the locker room? You think they just come into this game thinking, hey, we're losing this? Is there even a point?
I mean, I think in the locker room they're just thinking that they're going to get out there and play their best game.
Yeah.
And you can't come – as an athlete, I play lacrosse. You can't come into a game knowing that you're going to lose. You have to have that mentality.
Definitely.
They're high schoolers playing football. We're high schoolers playing football. Why can't we win this game?
I mean, it's just got to be so hard to keep that spirit high. When you only see, I don't know, 25, 30 seniors here for the Rams, it's just got to be really tough to keep that, you know, that physicality up and that emotion up.
I mean, it's obviously difficult, but it is certainly not impossible.
And we will be right back after the team's huddle. All right, and as the Rams and Pencrest get started here, it will be second down.
With the carry, tackled by Musin Dennis.
A solid way to only gain 1 yard. A good way to stop them here for the Rams. You know, entering the second quarter with the clock clicking down, already 14-0. It's just got to be so hard to keep that, you know, that spirit high here for the Rams. Not too much movement on the bench. You know, everybody just standing still, not too much movement.
I mean, it's difficult, Thomas, but I think that I know a lot of these players personally. They are all great people.
Absolutely.
I mean, positive, really, really, really positive people. Run up the middle, gets a first down and a little more, gains about 14 yards.
You know, I think what would help the Rams is just try to look for these prospective players that hopefully they can develop later down the line. I mean, you know, you just got some stars like Marcus Bates, which you just seem to catch a little too late, as he's already a 12th grader. But you know, Spiros Esposito, who's a junior, you know, you try to develop him into the star, which he is today. However, you know, there's just so many opportunities for him to get better, and hopefully the Rams coaching staff can see that. You know, other people like Joey Mena, Ryan Zhang, you know, you just got to get to those kids early and just say, hey, you're going to be a great player.
And it's a run out to the outside. Gains about 10 on it. I mean, yeah, Thomas, I couldn't agree more. You got to get to these younger guys and give them confidence that they can be the best versions of themselves.
Absolutely. You know, Finn McLeod, freshman, absolute beast. You have to, I mean, he has to be your number one priority because he is the future of the program. I mean, he will be one of the top players one day, but you just got to get to him early, and you know, you just got to say, you're a great player. You know, we need you, and we need to develop you, and you got to get the kid committed. There's too many people that drop off after their freshman year just because, you know, that lack of motivation, and you just got to keep that up.
I mean, I think the coach does a great job of that.
Yeah.
Looks like they were brought back with a penalty. It is now first down for Crest, 1st and 15. And the snap. It's a throw. It's going deep, looking for number 20. Great pass defense by Ben Krebs.
Super solid. That is no good.
Graham's attempted pass to Owen Thompson is broken up by Jonah Lockwood. Second down, Crest.
And we will be right back as we have a player down on the field.
Student section is starting to fill up. You like to see that.
Yes, it is. The black is filling the stands here. I believe it's only seniors that are supposed to be wearing black. However, I will say we have a pretty spirited school.
We do, yes.
You know, you see the pink out days, and you see, you know, all those other days where those school spirit days, and people show out.
I mean, spirit days really only work if everyone's willing to put in the effort.
Absolutely.
If only half the people do it, it looks 50% as good.
And I think that also goes for, you know, with the teams. You know, you can't just have some star players come out. You know, if only 50% of the people are giving it their all, that's not going to help the rest of the team. You know, you got to have everybody locked in on the same wavelength, and you know, you just got to work together cognitively, and you know, hopefully stop Penn Crest and get a couple points on the board here for the Rams. Back to you, Isaac.
And the snap to run outside from the quarterback, has a block, gets good yardage, and he's brought down with about a 24-yard gain.
Paul Graham tackled for the carry, tackled by Mason Boyle. But it is enough for a Penn Crest first down.
And as they move the chains here,
First down, Lions.
again for the Lions, you know, there's just too many punts for the Rams. You know, you just got to keep that ball in your possession, and this is the exact result of what happens when it doesn't stay in your possession.
I mean, yeah, the Penn Crest Lions have been marching down the field here. The Rams have been outscored by around 300 points this season.
Not scoring too many of their own. However, you know, again, it's a rebuilding year for the Rams. Hopefully they can bounce back next year.
2nd and 4.
Last Friday night lights that we're gonna have here, Isaac.
Yep.
You know, it's been good. It's been super fun.
It's been amazing. I mean, you can feel it getting colder throughout the season.
Oh, absolutely, you can.
And the handoff out to the outside. And he gets in the corner of the end zone.
Albert Dada with the Penn Crest touchdown.
Albert Gatto with the touchdown here for the Lions. And they will be sending out the kicking team here for the 1-point conversion. Number 10, the player with an absolute boot.
And the
that
kick
will
is
be
good.
By a mile.
Penn Crest kick is good.
And, you know, the Rams, they can't dig themselves into this hole in the first half. You need to be within a touchdown in the first half.
Absolutely. It's just been a struggle for the Rams all year here, as number 1 and number 4 are ready to return the kick. Booted here by number 10.
And the kick is up. Looks like this one is going to stay out of the end zone. Good for a return from Marcus Bates. And he brings it out to the outside, and he's brought down around the 15-yard line.
Not something that you want to see. A little bit of a little hesitation there by Marcus Bates. Couldn't really find a hole. Clearly being overpowered by the special teams of Penn Crest. All right, and this is the offense coming back onto the field here with 8 minutes and 21 seconds left. Hopefully Spiros can throw something special here.
And a throw to the outside to Jonah Lockwood. Runs into his own player and is brought down hard behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, a negative-yard pass there for Spiros. Not something that you want to see.
Taken down by,
I mean, it's just diabolical playing the Ohio State like theme song.
I mean, it's a Nittany Lion. We can't
in
have
Pennsylvania. Are you kidding me? I mean, I know we're both Nittany Lion fans, but I mean, who isn't?
Especially with the game coming up next week.
Absolutely diabolical. Diabolical.
And there's a flag on the play. The flag is going to be a delay of game on the offense.
delay of game penalty on the Rams. Still 2nd down.
7 minutes and 30 seconds and clicking here off the clock. Penn Crest up 21-0. From the Rams.
I don't know if you can hear that, Thomas, but Julian Pace, a senior for the Pep Band, is on the kit tonight.
Yes, he is. I helped wheel it out here tonight.
I'm actually in 2 bands with him, one of the best drummers I've ever been around. And the throw incomplete to Ben Krebs.
Just over his right shoulder.
Pass attempt to Ben Krebs. Incomplete. 3rd down, Harriton.
Throw is incomplete. Looking for either Marcus Bates or Colin Sullivan there.
Marcus Bates incomplete. 4th down for the Rams.
I mean, Thomas, I may not say it a lot, but I really do mean it. I love commentating with you.
Absolutely.
It's great to be up here.
It's a
No
pleasure.
other way I'd want to spend my Friday night.
Absolutely amazing here, Isaac. You know, it's been a great season. You know, not for the football players exactly, but for HHS
I mean,
TV.
what matters is they put it all out there.
Absolutely.
And that's all you can ask for from these student athletes.
As a duffed punt here is just rolling to the Rams' 43-yard line. Or
I
sorry,
mean,
28-yard line.
This punter, they've been getting a lot of lucky rolls, and you like to see that. Because these kicks, they aren't going very far, but they're getting that roll.
Definitely not, but they're definitely
It's
getting
like
the
when
distance.
it's like when you top a driver, but it still rolls for like 200 yards.
Yeah, a little bit of a members bounce, hitting a little long of the green, having it spin back. Number 1, Marcus Bates running off the field here, talking to somebody on the sidelines.
And it's going to be Penn-Crest ball. Snap to the QB. And it's a long throw over the head of number 20. I mean, Thomas, look at this Penn-Crest QB. He is tall.
Yeah, he's a
Mullins' pass is incomplete.
pretty big kid. And I'm not sure who the starting QB is. We don't really get the stats on Penncrest's team. However, I'm sure they're going to be switching in their one of their lower grade teams here, possibly JV, for the second half here. However, you just see that far too often with the Rams, of putting in the other team putting in their second string of guys, which kind of just shows how re-entering the Central League
And
for
the throw,
football.
it's deep, and it's caught by number 14 for a Penn-Crest touchdown.
It just shows how bumping back up to the Central League is just a struggle for the Rams.
To Blaze Persichetti is good for a.
And we'll go back to the replay here. Really solid throw by number 9, aired it out to number 14, and he was just wide open downfield. That was a perfect pass. Absolutely amazing. As number 10, the kid with an absolute boot, ready to kick it through the uprights.
And the kick is good.
Penncrest's extra point is good.
And clearly a pretty intense huddle here for the Rams. You can definitely see the coaches yelling, just screaming, saying, you got to keep this up. I'm sorry, you just cannot keep this up. You got to keep that. You got to keep their energy up. But you can see by that amazing that sidelines camera gives you a perfect angle on just how intense this coaching is. And you just got to at least come close in these games. You can't give it up 28-0 with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second quarter of the game.
And
Marcus
it's
Bates here
caught.
with the return.
Runs it up the sideline. Cuts between two. Gets around to the 22-yard line.
Marcus Bates returns the kick, tackled by Jackson McNamara. First down, Harriton.
And Harriton lines up, hoping to get something on this drive. And the snap to Spiros. Throw to the outside. It's got Marcus Bates open. And he just overthrown. Looks like there could have been a hold on that play.
Pass attempted for Marcus Bates, incomplete. Second down, Harriton.
I mean, good coverage. Looked like there could have been a little bit of a hold, but I mean, those are the balls they have to go for in this game. They need to throw it deep. They need to take that risk. And snap to Spiros. Pitched outside. Run through by Jonah Lockwood. Gets about 3 yards on it. It's third down.
Pitch to Jonah Lockwood. Taken down by Aaron Lindgren and Colby Poole. Third down, Rams.
All right, Isaac, as I was gone, inform me on some of the stuff that's been happening.
There was a deep ball thrown to Marcus Bates that looked like there could have been some holding on it, so it's just barely overthrown. Thrown outside to Marcus Bates. Gets the first down. He's brought down out of bounds around 4 yards past the first.
Absolutely amazing.
Complete to Marcus Bates for a Rams first down.
And you can just see in this replay here, great movement by Marcus. Great look there by Spiros for an amazing first down.
Looks like they're looking for a play.
Number 15, Spiros Esposito, or I'm sorry, number 15. I was looking at the wrong person.
Throw to the outside. Throw by Jonah Lockwood. Short. Looked like he was tackled as he threw.
Looks like he was just throwing that one away, not trying to get those negative yards.
Second down, Rams.
Number 18 looking to the sideline. That's Colin Sullivan for his last game as a senior. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter of the game. Second down and 10.
Delay game called on Harriton. Still second down.
Delay of game on Harriton. I mean, can we just talk about how many, coaching struggles there have been? I've seen so much miscommunication between the players on the field and the people on the sidelines, between coaches and other players. I mean,
throw outside to Jonah Hughes Lockwood. Throws it back to Spiros, but it's almost intercepted. Was it a fumble or an incomplete pass? I don't know why the Penn Crest coach is giving up a touchdown sign.
I believe that's a safety sign.
And Penn Crest.
My apologies.
The safety.
Yep, they did call it a safety. I mean, that's rare to see at these games, especially at the high school level.
I'm honestly kind of speechless. I'm not sure what to really say here. I don't think we went over in the script what we're supposed to say when a safety happens from the 20-yard line. I mean, just a huge miscommunication by the coaching staff. We were talking about it before, Isaac. I mean, there's just so many inconsistencies with the Rams. I mean, first a delay of game, and then clearly another communication error, which leads to a safety for the Rams, making it the odd score of 28-0.
I mean, yeah, you can't have a safety at this point in the game or at any point in the game. Even though it's just 2 points, it's still detrimental for your team. And, I mean, you really hate to see that.
Absolutely, Isaac.
And run up the sideline off the kick. Brought down around the Rams 34.
Albert Dada with the return. Tackled by Mason Boyle. But that is going to be a Penn Crest first down from the 36.
All right, the very, very uncommon safety here for the Rams. Number 9.
And a throw
passing it
outside
out
to number 11. Running up the sideline, pushed out and around the 20-yard line.
Mullins pass to Asher Wynn. Pushed out of bounds by Zach Friedan. First down, Lions.
I mean, you just have so many potential players here, Isaac. You know, you got people like Tre Demarco, who is, you know, such an amazing standout player for the Rams, and who sadly suffered a collarbone injury. And, you know, you got other people, of course, on the sidelines.
Nico Rame suffered a foot injury.
Sadly, his senior year and his last game, he will be seeing from the sidelines.
Albert Dada with the carry.
Matt Pascos, I believe he suffered a concussion, I want to say.
I'm not
100% sure.
Marshall.
I can't verify the concussion, but
Furio.
yes, he will also be watching his final
Second
game from the
down,
sidelines,
Crest.
as 4 minutes and 30 seconds is just clicking past the clock here in the second quarter.
And it's a pitch to the outside. Brought down in the backfield by Jonah Lockwood and Moose and Dennis.
Albert Dada with the pitch. Taken down by Moose and Dennis and Jonah Lockwood.
Sorry about the score discrepancy there. We just caught it. It is 30-0 Penn Crest,
First down.
not 28.
Crest.
I mean, 30-0 is not a score you see a lot. It is difficult to get to exactly 30 points.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely uncommon here.
And the snap is a pitch to the outside, brought down in the backfield by Jonah Lockwood. Great shoestring tackle.
Absolutely.
Albert Dada with the pitch. Tackled by Jonah Lockwood.
Great tackle there by Jonah.
Second down, Penn Crest.
Pencrest lines up with 2 in the backfield. And they hand it off, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage by Colin Sullivan.
That will leave a third down and 4 yards.
Number 25, Marshall.
Albert Dada with the carry. Tackled by Moose and Dennis. Third and goal for Penn Crest.
snap. Number 9 scrambling out.
And it's
It
caught,
will be caught.
but it looks like it's going to be outside of the end zone
It will be short.
for a 4th down and goal at the 1.
Pass is caught by Penn Crest, but they are short. 4th and inches from the goal line.
Let's see if the Rams can convert.
And Pencrest gets the touchdown.
And that is a Penn Crest touchdown to Asher Wind.
And Pencrest lines up for the kick. And it's up, and it's good.
Super close to catching that.
Good.
Number 4 on the Rams almost got a hand on that. Ryan Zhang, the freshman.
And Pencrest lines up to kick. I mean, their kicker has just been such a strong suit in this game. It's such an important player in this game.
Harriton student section is filling up nicely. Out here to support the Rams here in the final game of the season. They're not seeing too much blackout for the blackout game, but
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm seeing a ton.
well, maybe it's just not a bunch of seniors. Who knows? Who knows? As number
And the
10
kick is up.
boots it off.
Great kick at around the 3. He's going to run it out. Gets to about the 16-yard line before he's brought down.
And I mean, Isaac,
Ben Krebs with the
picture
return.
perfect kick. Picture perfect. I mean,
1st and 10, Harriton.
that dropped down perfectly. And, you know, couldn't have drawn that one up any better. Some other Philly sports updates here. Sixers are down 40-46 against the Raptors in the second quarter.
A little Philly update, a Philly sports update. Phillies are out of the playoffs.
Don't bring that one up again. I'm sorry. I think our producer is saying in our ear, what was it? Trade Alec Boehm? And
See, that's
fire
what
Rob
that's what I
Thompson.
think is wrong with the Philly sports world. We lose a game, and suddenly everyone just needs to point fingers. Stuff
Absolutely.
happens.
I mean, how many hits did JT have?
Tackled out of bounds
0?
by
Yes.
Jeffrey
I'll answer that
Crawford.
for you.
I mean, stuff happens. Let's be honest. People make mistakes. People go on droughts. They just happen to become sluggish at the wrong time, and that's okay.
I mean, JT Realmuto. I mean, are you kidding? The man, the myth, the legend.
Let's just hope the Eagles can do something.
I don't like the way you just said that. Hopefully you didn't just jinx it. Number 15, Spares Esposito.
And the snap
Or I'm sorry, not number 15. Oh,
brought down hard in the backfield.
Pitch to Jonah Lockwood, taken down by Albert Dada. 3rd down, Harriton.
It seems there's a new quarterback in Joey Mena, who is a freshman.
we did see him trade off last game.
He typically
Typically-
gets time towards the end of the game, but he's a pretty pass-heavy quarterback. He
As
can run the ball if he needs to, though.
The snap is off just before the buzzer, and
Marcus Bates with the catch,
And
tackled by-
over to the ANS Media halftime show
and that
for your
is to
halftime
time.
discussion.
At the half.
have to jiggle the cable until it says video.
Okay.
The next time onto the field, I'm going to get battered.
I think we need a battery for this.
Yeah, the guy's coming out with the battery.
Okay. He's moving now, right?
You want to speak on this whole game?
He's been quiet.
Can you switch off the yard section?
Welcome into the ANS Media Halftime Show. I'm Sam Ferenchick here with Tre Demarco. The band is just leaving the field now. We hope you enjoyed that performance. So, Tre, what did you see from the Harriton defense and offense that made you happy, that you thought was good, better than the last game?
Well, the defense has really been stepping up maybe in the earlier downs, but as we see them get closer to the first down yard line, they kind of fall apart, I've been seeing. But, I mean, on the offense, there have been some good passes. I've definitely seen that. But in the second half, I think we should look more for the run to open up that pass game.
Is there a chance Harriton comes back from this game? They're down 30-0 right now. Is there a chance? Do you think so?
I mean, looking at that scoreboard, 37-0, there's not much of a chance, but I can't say they can't do it. I mean, we're just going to have to watch and see what happens and see if they step up.
Yeah, this is the last game of the year. What was the message going into this game from Coach Datillo?
I mean, really just for the seniors, just leave it all out on the field. You know, their last time coming out. Guys like Moose, who's been playing for his whole life, this is his last time out on this field. Really just give it his all, and all the other captains too.
As the last about 30 minutes of Harriton football here, what should we expect next year from Harriton football?
A whole lot. I mean, with this new coach Datillo, really implementing lifting more throughout the whole year. I mean, this isn't just a fall thing. It's a full year thing, just bettering the team, and it's only going to get better every year.
Yeah, I'm super happy to see where this team
Absolutely.
goes next year. We'll be live streaming all those games live here. So what can you really give some keys that you would think that if we were to come back from this game that we need to do in the next 15, 30 minutes?
Like I said, the run game, especially on the offense, the run game. I mean, if you establish the run, you open up the pass game, and you can hit all sorts of targets. You know, Marcus Bates, I've seen him get a couple targets. Some dropped balls, you know, Colin Sullivan, another great target, but really opening up that run game with Jonah Lockwood.
I know you weren't in the locker room during halftime, but what do you think the message was from Coach Datillo to the players for the second half?
Like I said before, this is their last 30 minutes of football. Really leave everything they have left.
Yeah.
I mean, no more chances like this for them.
Of course, of course. So as we take you to the last 30 minutes of Harriton football, thank you for watching the ANS Media Halftime Show. I'm Tre Demarco, or I'm Sam Ferenchick here with Tre Demarco, my fault. Confusing our names. And we will see you guys next season. Bye.
All right, and as the kickoff was brought to the 20-yard line here for the Rams. 37-0. I mean, hopefully you just can walk away with this game with not as much damage as you started with.
And throw to the outside of Jonah Lockwood. Gets around 3 yards, pushing through after the tackle.
I mean, they're running 15 yards horizontal and 3 yards forward. I mean, that just cannot work here for the Rams.
I mean, they need to get more forward progress. It's going to be so important in this game. They have great lateral movement, but then they just cannot get it when it comes to the up and down the field. And the snap, Spiros rolls to the outside. Looking a little deeper to Colin Sullivan, who gets the first down. Spiros Esposito with the pass to Colin Sullivan.
First down, Rams.
Their cheerleaders have signs that say defense on them. That's crazy.
All right,
my name is Isaac Gehlhaus, and I suck.
Esposito keeps and carries. Taken down by Brian McKay. Second down, Harriton.
Second down for Harriton.
Diabolical claim there
Second
by
and
Isaac.
4.
9 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock in the second half of the game here.
Looking for a play call.
Lockwood.
Another Philly sports update here for you. 76ers are down 56-62 against the Raptors at halftime.
Short gain. Third down.
Again, game 1 of the World Series here for the MLB. Yankees-Dodgers, top of the second. The score is 0-0. As we're waiting for number 25 to get onto the field.
And the snap to Spiros. To the outside. Throw to Colin Sullivan, who drops it.
Pass to Colin Sullivan, incomplete. 4th and 5 for Harriton.
37-0. Just not a score that you want to see here for the Rams. 4th and just way too many yards. So they will punt it off here with 8 minutes left.
I mean, Thomas, at what point in this game do you just start going for these 4th downs?
I think, maybe one more quarter. But, I mean, when you get these rolls like these, I don't think I've seen him hit one that's rolled in a negative direction.
I mean, I don't think I've seen one that's traveled longer in the air than it has on the ground.
That'll be first down, Penn Crest.
And it's a run up the middle. Stopped at the line by the strong Harriton defensive line.
Strong might be one of the wrong words to use for the defensive line here at Harriton. However, again, It's been an
Mario DeFranco
it's been an improving
carries the ball.
it's been an improving season
Taken
here
down
for the
by
Rams.
Mason Dennis.
Hopefully they can become strong in the next coming
Lions.
seasons.
Carries the ball. Tackled by Marshall. Marshall Zaffirio. Third down, Harriton. Penn Crest.
And Penn Crest gets the first down.
Taken down by Ben Krebs, but it is enough for a Penn Crest first down.
And the defense lines up. And it's a run up the middle. Stopped by the strong defensive line.
Don't make me say it again, Isaac. Again, a rebuilding year here for the Rams. Not trying to say anything negative, and I don't believe I have. However, you know, it's been a little bit of a struggle to say the least.
Second down, Penn Crest.
Another run, he will be
And
stopped.
another run stopped by this strong defensive line.
I can't deal with it anymore.
Colin Sullivan and Ryan Zhang on the stop.
I mean, this defensive line has been a crazy game changer on this drive, putting up a strong display of defense.
Yeah, absolutely, Isaac. You know, they have been looking pretty good this drive. You know, again, strong. Still wouldn't completely agree with that. But, you know, solid stoppage here by the defensive line. And, again, stopped by the defensive line.
Thomas,
here.
was that another stop by the strong defensive line?
Tackled by Derek DiBattista.
Fourth down and
Penn Crest.
4 here.
Let's see if the strong defensive line for Harriton can come up with something here.
Oh, not a great long toss there, but it will be a spiraling ball.
It's a good punt.
And the
Puts him
Rams
back
will
and
let it
around
roll
the Penn Crest.
Clear the defensive line,
12.
just stopping the Penn Crest Lions.
Is down at the 16.
Not hearing a lot of cheering from the stands.
Rams.
And the student section is definitely getting significantly smaller. However, you know, you just got to keep that spirit up.
I mean, spirit's going to be so important in this game, keeping this football team's head in the right mental space.
Absolutely. You know, I think now you just got to say there's no point. You just got to go. You know, take some risky plays. Not too many things that could go wrong here for the Rams.
And the throw just short to number 7.
Esposito's attempt to Finn McLeod. Incomplete. Second down.
Take a wild guess who was involved in that play. Yes, it was Finn McLeod. I mean, you hear him every drive. I mean, he's either playing 80 different positions or he's one of the best players on the team. Not going to lie, one of the best players on the team, especially as a freshman.
And the throw across to Colin Sullivan is caught for the first down.
pass complete to Colin Sullivan. Tackled by McNamara, but that's enough for a Rams first down.
Spiros
And
Esposito.
the snap. Thrown outside.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Absolute ankle breaker.
Oh my God. Get the trainer on the field for that
Oh my
ankle
gosh.
injury.
Ow. Look at this ankle breaker here. Perfect throw. Ready? Hem. Absolutely ankle snapped. The senior showing out. I mean, I know there's an ambulance close, but man, start getting those guys out on the field.
I mean, I did not think that he was going to get up from that one.
I think I heard the cracking from up here.
And the snap to Spiros. Across to Colin Sullivan. They are really getting some yards on this
I'm
drive.
telling you, they got nothing to lose here, Isaac. They might as well just keep pushing.
Esposito's pass complete to Colin Sullivan. Tackled by DeFranco and McNamara. Second down, Harriton. Pass incomplete. Third down, Rams.
The fireworks
And the
just
fireworks
went
just went off here at the Harriton Football
at
Stadium.
the stadium.
The third quarter. Crest 37, Harriton 0.
That was shocking to the crowd. We were not expecting a fireworks show here. However, it's happening. We will be right back.
Fourth quarter. 37-0. That's crazy.
And as the Rams are coming back out onto the field for the fourth quarter, 3rd and 2.
I'd say it's more like 3rd and 1, Thomas.
I'm seeing 2 hash marks.
You're right. And it's going to be a run from Spiros Esposito, who gets the first down, but is brought down hard
Taken
around
down.
3 yards later.
All good there.
Esposito rushes the ball. Tackled by McNamara, but that's enough for a Harriton first down.
And the snap. It's a throw from Jonah Lockwood deep to Marcus Bates. And it's caught. And he's still on his feet.
A little trickery. Esposito
An amazing trick play here for Spiros.
Marcus Bates.
A flip, number 15. A little floater to number 1.
Rams first down.
Great Rams first down. Absolutely amazing here by the Rams.
Jonah Hughes Lockwood had a huge trick play last week.
Yes, he did. He also had overall
Snap
an
to
amazing
Spiros.
game.
Roll outside to Colin Sullivan, who has open field in front of him. And he gets the first down and a little more, but there is some flag on the play in the backfield.
There is a flag. Multiple of them on the field here. And looks like a little bit of confusion here by the men in black and white.
On the play.
Looks like it's going back here for the Rams.
Holding on the offense.
Hold on Harriton.
Just cannot have that happen.
It's going to be redo first down.
10-yard penalty. Still first down.
I mean, you can't have that kind of momentum destroyer when you're doing so well driving down the field.
No. You know, I'm going to call it. I think Colin Sullivan is going to run the exact same route and hopefully find another open man.
And it's deep to Colin Sullivan. Over the top! It's going to be a touchdown, Rams! What a ball from Spiros Esposito. I mean, that was beautiful.
Look at this replay here. An amazing high toss. Caught to Colin Sullivan. The Ram Pride flag is flying here. Everybody has a little bit. Going for the two-point conversion, why not?
To the outside to
number 7.
And he's got it for 2 points.
Finn McLeod is in for the 2-point conversion.
Great.
I mean, that was just a beautiful play, Thomas.
Beautiful.
Barely got it over the defender, right in the breadbasket of Colin Sullivan.
Absolutely. I don't even know if that was the initial play call. It looks like he was going to try to flip it to number 15. However, clearly didn't work. But they will be able to adapt to that, and it will be one of the better throws from Spiros here this year. Pretty solid way to end it.
Spiros is not a senior. He is a junior, so he will be returning next year.
Colin
Sullivan, sadly, is a senior, and we will not be seeing him next year.
Might be one of the last touchdown plays that he has ever had, but boy, is that a way to go out. Will they get the cone to work? They will.
Do you think they go for an onside kick here, Thomas?
I believe they are. Looks like he's lining up to top it. Yes, they will.
Wow, what a call, Isaac. Just barely didn't get the roll off.
Onside kick is
number 22 with the touch.
No good.
Onside kick will not be good.
First down.
First down, Tigers. Isaac, it is getting chilly.
It certainly is. I mean, especially as the season has gone on, it's only gotten colder.
You got any plans going on this weekend?
I don't believe so. I don't believe I do, actually.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I believe that my producer doesn't like brownies because he's telling me a lot of random things. He's saying stuff about how he doesn't like brownies. Me personally, I love brownies.
Carries the
but
ball, taken down by Moosin.
I mean, really anything's good when you get to bake it with someone else.
Pick up a 4 yards. Second down. Lions.
You could say that.
Thomas, I could see a pick coming here.
I'll take that bet. Yes, I will. It looks like it might be one of their JV teams. Not sure what those two kids parked behind him were doing, but almost blown up.
We see another good play meeting him in the backfield. Sadly, he breaks it from the strong defensive line.
Kevin Graham carries again. Taken down by Joey Mena and Ryan Block.
I mean, we just keep hearing that name, Ryan Block, over and over again.
Down and short for Penn Crest.
And this strong defensive line makes another stop at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin Graham again, taken down by a gaggle of Rams.
A gaggle of
See where the
Rams.
spot is.
Scullin describes it as a gaggle. I'd more say a herd.
Fourth and short for Penn Crest.
You are replaceable, Isaac. You are replaceable.
Looks like
I'm
4th
joking.
and 1 here.
Looks like it's going to be a little tush push, and it will not be good.
Oh my God, is that another strong play from the defensive line? Wow.
Taken down in the
Wow.
backfield by Finn McLeod. Turnover on downs. First down, Harriton.
An
I mean, look-
amazing stop. Absolutely overpowered by number 7
I
on
mean,
the
one would
defense.
one would say that this strong defensive line could just make such a huge stop there.
And this will lead to a timeout on the Rams. We will be right back.
Harriton calls a timeout.
And as the Rams come back onto the field here with 6 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. they will
And
be
the snap
down
to
8-37.
Spiros. Looking deep. A deep ball to Marcus Bates. Just a little too much on it.
Esposito's pass attempt to Marcus Bates incomplete. Second down, Rams.
And the throw to Marcus Bates was just a little high.
Pass incomplete to Marcus Bates. Third down, Harriton.
Third down for Harriton.
Jonah Lockwood picks up a couple, taken down by Dijon Fitzgerald. It's going to be fourth down, Harriton. Flag on the play. Offside Penn Crest. Still fourth down.
And as the Rams line up here, Spiros with his signature arm swing before the play.
And the run from Marcus Bates, great run.
Pass complete to Marcus Bates. Tackled by Mateo DeFranco. But enough for the Rams, first down.
And the throw outside Jonah Lockwood. It looks like it's going to be another trick play. Throw outside, but it's brought down short.
Jonah Lockwood passes to Finn McLeod. Tackled by Jackson McNamara. Second down, Harriton.
And the snap to Spiros. Throw to Colin Sullivan outside again. Just a little high.
Pass attempt to Colin Sullivan, incomplete. Third down.
And the snap. The throw. And a good move by Marcus Bates out to the sideline. And he's going to get in the end zone. But they're marking him
short.
1 yard short. Wow.
Esposito's pass complete to Marcus Bates.
Found that slot and just could barely not get in.
First and goal, Rams.
Stopped just a couple inches short.
If the Rams score here, this will be their first 2-score game. And they don't get it out to the outside.
Then McLeod pitches to, Esposito pitches to Finn McLeod. Still short.
Finn McLeod, a name we've been hearing a lot. .48 seconds left. This would be their first ever 2-score game for the Harriton Rams this season.
I guess it will be. Hopefully he can come here on the last game of the season. 16-37 wouldn't be a terrible way to end the game. .48 seconds left on the clock. Will the Rams be able to get in?
And the snap looks like they're going to go outside to Colin Sullivan, who drops the pass on the goal line. It's incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Third down, Harriton.
The crowd is yelling to run the ball. Looks like they're going to try that here, and Spiros Esposito is going to get in for the second score of the game.
Spiros Esposito keeps for the Rams.
A solid QB keep here, as you can see, by Spiros.
That's going to be their first ever game this season with 2 scores.
And a firework going out. Perfect timing.
If Harriton gets a 2-point conversion, our producer Sam Ferenchick has predicted the score perfectly. It's a shame that not very many people tune in to the pregame show. Maybe tune in next time. And the snap to the outside of Jonah. He's looking, throws it up, and he drops it. He drops it.
2-point conversion is broken up by Jackson McNamara. But the Rams score. Touchdown, Esposito.
This is the first ever Rams double-digit score.
Wow. I was not expecting that to happen this game, but maybe I was, you know. I had a little bit of passion, a little bit of hope with the team.
.14 seconds left on this clock. As this season comes down to a close, a lot of these players have worked so hard and they've done so much for this team, and we can't even put into words how happy and how proud we are of this team. At the end of the day, a record is just numbers, and this team has put in so much work.
And as the student section slims down here, this will be one of the last plays that some of these guys will run for the rest of their high school career. .14 seconds. Matching up exactly with the Rams score as the onside kick is performed.
And the onside kick is recovered by Penn Crest. And
That
as
will
this
bring the
game
time
winds down,
Is recovered by Penn Crest. And your final.
and it looks like that's it for the season. As the fireworks go off in the background, it looks like that's it for the season. We are so proud of this Rams offense. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.
Thank you.